Okay, I'm not good with intros, so I'm going to repeat the title of this video like it's a thesis statement. Why does Disney hate furries? Actually, you know what? Why doesn't Disney hate furries? We've given them pretty much every reason in the book to hate us. So I'm not really sure how I wanted to start this video, but I know I wanted to do some sort of follow-up to the NSFW and the furry fandom video that I uploaded God knows when ago. It hasn't even been edited yet, but I'm doing this video in hopes that people sort of understood the message that I was portraying in that video. And if you watch the Tony the Tiger video that I did, the reaction to Tony the Tiger and his unfortunate fate on Twitter, then you'll probably understand a lot of where I'm coming from with this video. But hey, guys, my name is Beta, and I wanted to do another one of these sort of low-key, nonchalant face cam videos. Also, I'm very burnt out in doing the character still stuff, so I'm just gonna do this on the side. I'm just having fun doing this. I've got a memeable face. You know, like half the people watch my videos and throw my voice on as like background noise, which I appreciate. I'm willing to accept my fate as a background character. So I kind of wanted to do this video as more of a follow-up to the NSFW and the furry fandom video. God forbid that releases when it does. I'm like way ahead with recording videos, can you tell? But I was thinking a bit about this idea because I've been talking with some friends who have animation friends who are also furries but are low-key furries because they do animation. And this whole sort of concept or argument came to mind from this little idea. And I'm going to leave the end of this for your guys' interpretation or how you guys think you should take it in the future. Because I'm not going to control what you do. I don't care to gatekeep. You think I have time to gatekeep? Do you think I have the money to gatekeep? That should be the real question. I have no money in my bank at all. So this video sort of came to mind from a conversation that I had with my friend around a year or so ago. It was within reference to animators, the animation industry, basically any sort of media company that uses an anthropomorphized animal as their character. And we were talking within reference to a friend of ours who actually works as an animator in, I don't even know what industry or what company, but I think it's for the better that I don't know. But with regards to his furry hobby, he's very sort of well known in the furry fandom, but he keeps that low key and he keeps that person separate from the character. Same thing goes for at work or whatever he does. No one knows that he's a furry. Like when I asked this guy if he wanted to be a part of my video and wanted to do something with me, he's like, oh no, I can't. Like, I'm all good. I appreciate the offer, I can't. And it's not just him who I've asked. I've asked several other people who I know have media or animation or whatever, art-based jobs outside of the furry subgenre. I've asked them if they want to be parts of videos or want to do stuff with me, and they're like, no, I'm good. I appreciate it. So I asked my friend about this, who's really good friends with the other friend. This video sounds more like a high school drama. I'm sorry. So I asked my friend, like, why is it that, you know, he doesn't really want to do stuff? And the main premise that came from that was that animation industries, or really just any industry, hates furries. But why is it that people in media production, specifically in animation or cartoons, hate furries or don't want furries to be a part of their business? Well, there's one big reason. Might have to do with Rule 34. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, it's not really a big, shocking reveal. It's the sexualization of cartoon characters that the furry fandom happens to do. Yes, Tony the Tiger, Nick Wilde, you get the point. But it might be hard to do this thing called empathizing. So I'll help you guys out with it. So imagine you're one of these animators. Say you put together Nick Wilde. You animate him, you brought the story to life. Of course, there's multiple people that do this, that write the character, that write the story, that animate the story, that voice act the character. So many things go into the fleshing out of these characters, these beloved Disney sort of icons, or just media icons in general. But imagine though, you worked really hard to bring this character, Nick Wilde, to life. You wanted this movie to be great, and it was great. People loved it. People loved that character. People loved it so much, they wanted feet pics of Nick Wilde. People loved that animation and that character so much, they wanted to do unspeakable things to him. Now, based on the Tony the Tiger video that I did, which you guys seem to love, but based on how the whole Tony the Tiger thing went, we already know it isn't just furries that, you know, sexualize these characters. But it's very easy to pin it on furries, and I can see furries actually doing it as a furry. Imagine you're this animator, you put in your heart and soul into this animation or character, and you got this one idiot on the internet who's like, dude, I want to see Nick Wilde's feet. Dude, what if Nick Wilde vored me? Oh, dude, that would be hot. But like, you can imagine that bit of frustration, not just on the animator's end, but all the people involved in the making of it happening. So it kind of just makes sense that, you know, Disney and these companies dislike furries. You know, they don't want these characters that they really, really loved putting together, that they wanted put together in a certain way, to be taken into a completely different situation that has nothing to do with the story. Like, even think about it it this way. With the whole thing behind Fursonas and characters behind Fursonas, I gotta do a video on this later. But like, imagine my situation with Maverick, my Fursona, more so my, I guess, brand character on this channel. He is completely safe for work. I don't want any porn of him, don't want any NSFW, I don't want to sexualize him in any way. He is strictly a family-friendly character for this channel and for what I do online. You know, at least from what I've experienced, most furries and most people that I know have respected my wishes for that. The reason why, I guess, is human decency. Are there people that do disrespect it and have literally written fucking oh my god, NSFW fan fictions on Fur Affinity? Yeah, there are people that have done that. I'm looking at like 3 right now. Is it really worth my effort to message them and be like, can you not? But like, picture from my perspective, like when I don't want my character sexualized, when I want to portray my character in my own way, I brought him to life, I made him, got a fursuit of him, I want to portray him in a certain manner. And of course you have people who just so happen want to go past your wishes for their own sexual desires, and they might not even know. They might just see a character and be like, that makes me horny, like just straight up. And that's why, like I said, why I have Levi as sort of a character to express myself, express really just a certain other aspect of myself that isn't tied to YouTube or isn't tied to a brand account and isn't just strict fuck off phone, that isn't strictly family friendly. You know, I know the fandom is a lot more than just, you know, YouTube and content creation and furry things. The point is, animators don't really like us for at least writing a whole other story, whether it's a fantasy or whatnot, of their characters that they put together. And I guess the big difference is, like, I'm one face compared to the multiple faces and multiple unnamed or unseen faces behind these characters that are brought to life. Like Nick Wilde, like I said, a plural amount of people. that is not a phrase I thought I'd ever use. Multiple people went into the making of the character Nick Wilde. Like I said, the voice actors, the animators, the storyboard writers, which is a lot different than me, who portrays just one character only, and that is his personality. It's very easy to put my personality and who I am and just my character, because I try to be as genuine as possible, if I'm being honest. That was an oxymoron. I try to put my personality on the line. And that's why it kind of pisses me off to an extent that people sexualize him. So if I can feel it from my perspective, I can definitely feel it from these animators and all these people putting their passions to life on the line in these characters who are probably very underpaid, if I'm being honest. But to sort of base it off of the Tony the Tiger video, like I said, it's not just furries that do this. It's very easy to pin it on furries. We could have a whole thing in the fandom where just all of us don't sexualize cartoon-based characters or cartoon-based media from like Disney or whatever. I'm using Disney as the example because that is like the prime example here. We could not do that, and it is very doable for us to not do that. Regardless, there will be people that sexualize these characters that aren't furries, that'll just go ahead and fucking do it. Like I said, people just like, oh, Nick Wilde, sweet man, dude. I'm slowly becoming a gamer, man. Fucking gamers and feet. But like I said, there will just be normal people that sexualize these characters. And regardless of if they're furry or not, it's very easy to pin it on furries. I think that's a very fair point to make. As someone who wouldn't really know anything about the furry fandom, besides, you know, whatever they're doing, and then seeing this person sexualizing Nick Wilde or what is it, the Rock Dog, whatever. I haven't seen that film either. Seeing that happen, that doesn't really paint a good picture for furries. And obviously, you wouldn't like him for doing that, even if that person wasn't a furry. At the end of the day, some people just see porn. That's it. You know, I get the whole thing with like certain animal-based cartoon characters being cute or being attractive or being marketed to people that might like that. You know, fucking look at the Old Spice wolf. They didn't do that on accident. Or was it Old Spice or was it Axe? Cthulhu scented Old Spice? Wait, does that mean I smell like a xenophobe then? Because that's what H.P. Lovecraft was. He had a good story. Absolute shit tier person though. Like beyond racist. Jesus. But yeah, like I said, some people just see porn, regardless of whether they're a furry or not. Which, granted, I will say, some of it is pretty hot. But at the end of the day, it kind of just, it ruins this character that people put all their time and effort into. They work so hard to portray this character a certain way, and, you know, even if they don't speak out against it, even if they're not saying no, it definitely doesn't do any justice to the character that they wanted to build. Obviously, they won't acknowledge it as canon, and they'll try as hard as they can to not acknowledge it, period, because then, you know, the attention is brought to it, like the whole Tony the Tiger thing, and then you have more people doing it, regardless of whether or not it's a joke. Most of the time now, it's just a joke. Like, looking at Tony the Tiger's Twitter, people aren't sexualizing it for the sake of sexualizing it. They're just doing it because it's funny to see. But that's why, like I said, sometimes not responding to something is the best response you can give. Don't take my advice on that. But even from Maverick's example, if I see anything NSFW of Maverick on the internet, I'm not gonna throw an extreme hissy fit about it. I might rant about it on a live stream or right now, but it's the fucking internet. I take it with a grain of salt. I might just let it be, and I'll build my character the way I want it to, but it is still disappointing to see nonetheless. It does make me lose a little bit of faith in furries. Even if it isn't furries doing it, which I know it is furries doing it. Though that whole concept might have to do with the whole thing between fantasizing and that going hand in hand with sexual gratification, but who knows? I'm not a professional by any means. I'm a furry on the internet talking about hypothetical subjects that in hindsight affect no one, because what I do theoretically doesn't really matter. That's not a bad thing. It's just kind of like old man screams at clouds. But it makes me think, you know, like, could furries sort of redeem themselves by not sexualizing cartoon animals like that? Which, like we've discussed in the last video, NSFW and the furry fandom is like kind of inevitable. We celebrate sexuality, and that's okay, you know? But like I said, time and place for everything and who sees it, and I don't really care to like dictate how people live or gatekeep or whatever. But like, when it comes to sexualizing characters like these, I can guarantee there's gonna be a handful of people that are gonna be like, why would you fucking be against my porn that I drew? You fucking ass. There are gonna be people that dislike the fact that like, hey, what I'm saying might not be good. What I'm saying might not be fair for furries. But at the same time, I'm not fully against it. I'm just saying there are consequences that come with every action. And sexualizing someone else's character, there are consequences that come from that. I think that's kind of the bottom line to take with this. I don't know, I want to know what you guys think about this, because I'm not really sure where to take this sort of subject. I just thought I'd discuss the whole thing of like, animators don't like furries because sexualization of characters and basically creating a character from something they really worked hard at building. And let me just clarify, there's a big difference between like drawing fan art and appreciating a character and then just feet pics. I'm just saying, there's a big difference. I think that furries can have an appreciation for characters like that, but at the same time, the sexualization, I don't know how to feel about it, but at the same time, it's already there and consequences will come from it. The consequences that Disney hates us. The only thing I think they'd like about us, even if they didn't hate us, is our money. Can I be honest? Take this video as you will, and I want to hear what you guys have to think in the comments, because I don't really know. I don't know what the moral of this story is, just besides, empathize. Empathy, that's a big thing that our generation is lacking. Just throwing that out there. But I'm not really sure where to sort of take this video, or what to really say, or what should really be included in it. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comments about this whole topic or theoretical idea that I put together, which isn't really theoretical, it's more just something that happens. I want people to get thinking about this, and maybe give me some feedback on what I can do for a future video, or talk about this further. I don't know. I just kind of hit record on OBS, and I just started talking. That's really how these videos come to life, I'm just saying. But yeah, that I guess about does it. Have a good day, and stay life jacket, guys. Take care.